Hey guys, welcome to my channel and thank you so much for stopping by. So by the title you must have guessed that in today's video I'm going to talk about all my favorite blushes from the drugstore. These are my top 10 drugstore blushes, and no matter what skin tone you have, you are definitely going to find a perfect match for yourself. And I have added blushes from different shade category, like from pink category, from coral category, from mauvish category. So no matter what skin tone you have, you are definitely going to find a perfect match for yourself. I have been getting a couple of requests from one of my subscribers, Debomita. She actually commented on my videos. She actually messaged me on Facebook and she wants to know my favorite blushes from drugstore as well as from high-end. But in today's video I'm going to talk about all my favorite blushes from the drugstore, and in some other video I will talk about all my favorite blushes from high-end. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. And I'm really sorry Devamita, because I'm a bit too late. It has been a long week for me. Like I am moving pretty soon, so I have been filming back to back so that I do not run out of videos. You know, moving to a completely different state and finding an apartment, settling down, it will take a lot of time and I do not want to run out of videos. That's why I have been filming back to back. I have been editing them and I have been like editing the description box at the same time. And on top, we have a cyclone warning here. Just imagine, it's going to hit tonight, and we have been basically shopping and sanitizing for the past 2 days. So it has been a pretty hectic week for me, but you know, it is what it is. So by the way, if you're interested to know how I created this look, I will have it linked in the description bar down below, or you can click on the card button over there and it will take you straight to that video. So yeah, that's enough blabbering and enough live update. Let's just quickly jump into the actual video. And there is no particular order actually. I love all these blushes equally. So anyway, if you guys have been following me for a while, you must know that my favorite blush from the drugstore is this one by Wet n Wild. This is the Wet n Wild Mellow blush. Now I have been using this blush for a really long time. Ever since I started my YouTube channel, I have been using this blush. What a beautiful blush it is. The undertone is just perfect, and if you have like NC35 to NC42 skin tone, this is going to be a perfect blush for you. It has a beautiful terracotta undertone to it and it just complements my skin. And if you are someone who doesn't want a very pinkish kind of a blush, this is going to be a perfect blush for you. Like for this kind of dramatic smoky eye look, this type of blushes look really good, and I love the formula. It's not overly powdery, it is very buttery smooth, and it lasts on my cheeks for a really long time. And you know, blush is the first thing that actually leaves your face, so it is actually very long lasting, and it's, I believe, $3. I think I got it from Walmart for $2.99, and in India it's for like 300 bucks. And for the price you are paying, nothing can beat it. This is the best blush under 300 rupees. I know there are so many people who are afraid of using blushes, but if you are new to blushes, you are definitely going to love it, because it has a beautiful terracotta bronzy undertone to it, and it just blends beautifully with your bronzer. It kind of helps to sculpt out your cheeks at the same time. So this is a perfect blush for beginners as well. The next one is this Maybelline Fit Me blush, and this is in the shade Rose or Rose Clear over here. It's more like a pinkish blush, but it's not a straight up pink. It's not a straight up pink. You can see it still has a bit of coral undertone to it, and it's not a matte blush. By the way, this Wet n Wild one is a matte blush, but this has a little bit of golden reflect in it, and it's matte but with a little bit of golden reflect. It's not like shimmery blush or anything like that. Again, this is perfect for people with like medium to deeper skin tone. It will, I think, complement every eye look that you will create. And this is just a beautiful blush. It lasts on my cheeks. It does not emphasize any texture on my cheeks. I just love it, and it's under like 500 rupees, I believe, and here it is for like $5 or $6 in the States. Overall, I love the formula of these blushes, and they have a really nice amount of shade range. So if you do not like this particular blush, you can totally find an orange one, and I think there is a mauvish one. Those are really good, but for me personally, this particular shade works really well, and I love the formula of these blushes. The next one is this Rimmel Maxi blush, and this is in the shade 003 Wild Card. What a beautiful blush it is. It's like not too pink, not too coral. It is something in between. It is right in the middle of coral and pink, and it is a matte blush. In case you do not like to wear a shimmery blush, because shimmery blushes sometimes like tend to emphasize texture. So if you want a matte blush, just go for this one. This is a beautiful shade, and it is perfect for all skin tone. It is very pigmented, so you have to use a very light hand with these blushes. You can see, and the formula is really good. It's really long lasting. At the same time, it's not overly powdery. It has a very smooth buttery texture, and it just melts right onto my skin, and it just looks so beautiful. You guys have probably seen me using this blush a lot, because I just love this formula. I just love this color. So it's under like $5, and in India it's for like 500 or 600 rupees. So I love this blush, and I highly recommend it. The next one is a recent discovery for me, and I am talking about this Palladio matte blush, and this is in the shade Toasted Apricot. I recently got this blush, and I am in love with this formula. Again, it is a matte blush, and the color is actually very similar to this Rimmel one. The Rimmel one is a tad bit darker than this one, but they belong to the same color family. It is again like in between coral and pink. It is just a tad bit lighter than the Rimmel one. The formula, you guys, it is bomb, and I think this brand is so underrated and nobody really talks about it. I do not know why. I recently got this blush, and I am in love. Oops, I almost dropped it. So the formula is really smooth, buttery. It just melts onto my skin, and it is very long lasting at the same time. And as far as I know, it is a clean brand. Like, it does not contain paraben, it does not contain any harmful ingredient. Palladio is a very like eco-friendly brand, I believe. Again, this blush is, I think, under 600 rupees in India, and here in the States I think it's around $8 or $9, and I think for the price you are paying, nothing can beat it. So if you can still find this blush, just grab it. This blush is so good, you guys, so good, and you will not regret buying it, trust me. I don't know why people do not talk about this particular brand. I have tried their bronzer, matte bronzer. I love it. In fact, I'm wearing the matte bronzer right now on my cheeks. I simply love it. Love the formula. The formula is outstanding. So in case you want a new blush for yourself, just go for it. And it's perfect for my skin tone, and it's perfect for people with NC30 to NC44 skin tone. The next one is a cult favorite, and I'm talking about this Milani blush, baked blush, and this is in the shade Luminoso. It's a straight up coral shade, and the formula is, oh my god, outstanding. It's a baked formula, so it just melts right onto your skin. It's kind of a cream to powder formula. It is a shimmery blush, so if you have a lot of texture going on, then this is not for you. But if you have fairly smooth skin, then this is going to be a perfect blush for yourself. But hear me out, this particular shade, whenever I'm tan or during summer, I cannot wear it because it does not show up. whenever I am in my fairest stage, then only I can use this blush, and then only it shows up on my cheeks. By the way, I am NC35 in Max line, and sometimes when I'm tanned I become like NC37 or NC40, and when I'm NC37 or NC40 it does not really show up that well. But when I am NC35, my fairest stage, it shows up really well, and it just looks so flattering on my cheeks. So I love the formula, I love the color. I wish it to be a little darker, then it would be just a perfect blush for my skin tone. But yeah, if you have NC30 to NC35 skin tone, you can definitely give it a shot. Or if you are darker than my skin tone, then I think they have some more shades in this line. You can definitely grab these blushes. The formula is outstanding. The next blush is again my favorite, and this is Colourpop Super Shock Cheek Matte Blush in the shade Growth Flirt. The formula of this blush, it's like a cushiony formula. It's like cream to powder formula. It has a beautiful cushiony texture in it. If you have tried any of Colourpop Super Shock like cheek products or eyeshadows, then you can understand what I'm talking about. The formula, you guys, it's amazing. It's amazing. It is kind of wet formula, and when you apply it on your cheeks, oh my god, it just melts right onto your cheeks, and it is very long lasting. So in case you are not a big fan of cream blushes and you still want that creaminess, you still want your blush to be very long lasting, then definitely go for these particular blushes. It has a cream to powder formula, and it's very long lasting, and the shade is just perfection. If you are my skin tone or darker than my skin tone, then this is for you. It's like a brick reddish formula with a little hint of coral in it. The shade is just perfection, the formula is just perfection. But if you want to use this blush, make sure to use this kind of a stippling brush, because it does not work with your regular blush brushes like this. When I tried using this type of blush brushes with this blush, I don't know, I had a hard time applying these blushes, but when I use this type of stippling brush, it just applies beautifully, and it just melts right onto my skin. It does not emphasize any texture. So yeah, I highly recommend you this particular blush in case you can get Colourpop, because I know Colourpop is not available everywhere, but in case you can get your hand on it, then definitely get it. I think Colourpop is available in some Insta stores. So yeah, just love it. The next one is from Nyx Cosmetics, and this is their HD blush in the shade Amber right here. Now when I first got this blush, I was not sure if it's going to show up on my cheeks or not, but thankfully it does. It's again a beautiful like terracotta coral kind of shade, and the shade is actually very similar to this Wet n Wild one. Though the Wet n Wild one is a little bit darker than this one, but it belongs to this same shade category. It has a beautiful like coral bronzy terracotta undertone to it, and it looks so beautiful on my cheeks. Again, the formula is to die for. It's a matte blush. The formula is very creamy, very long lasting, and it looks very flattering on my skin tone. But if you have like deeper skin tone like NC42 or NC44 skin tone, then I do not think it will show up. But if you are lighter than me, or if you have a similar skin tone, then this particular blush is going to look perfect on you. And I actually love the formula of these blushes, and they are very inexpensive at the same time. So if you can get these blushes, just get it. It's perfect. And look at the packaging. It is so compact and so sleek. It is perfect for traveling as well. So I highly recommend you these blushes. These are so good. Next blush is from Elf Cosmetics. I know Elf is not available everywhere, but if you can get this particular blush, just grab it. And I think Elf should come to India, because I think their products are so good. They're affordable, and their products are in general really good in quality. And from Elf, myself, I have this blush in the shade Always Rosy. These are their primer infused blushes. Again, I love the formula. These are very long lasting. These are matte blushes. These are not supremely like powdery at all, and I think the formula is like primer infused formula. That means it's going to last on your cheeks for a really long time, and it actually lasts on my cheeks for a really long time. And I just love the color of these blushes. The color is just literally perfection. It's just perfect for my skin tone. And when I first got it, I thought it will not show up, but it does. It is not like supremely pigmented, so you have to build it up to have this opacity, but it's totally fine, because in case you are a beginner, you do not want to end up with clown cheeks, so it's good. But no matter how much I build it up, it does not look overly powdery, overly chalky or patchy or anything. So I love the fact about this, that I can actually build it up, and I can actually customize the intensity of the color. So yeah, these are for like $6 here in the States, and if you can get these blushes anywhere, just grab it. The formula is really good. The next one is from Makeup Revolution. This is their reloaded blush in the shade Rose Kiss over here, and I have shared with you an in-depth review of these blushes. You can go ahead and check that out. This is again a beautiful shade. It is kind of a mauvish pink shade with a hint of coral in it, and the texture is buttery smooth. Like you can see, there is no powderiness, there is no fallout at all, and it is very pigmented. As you can see, it just melts right onto my skin, and it looks so flattering on my skin tone, especially when I'm doing a bridal makeup or I'm doing a makeup for nighttime affairs. I always go for this blush. The formula is good, it's very long lasting, the shade is just perfection, and it looks really good on my skin tone. If you are lighter than my skin tone, then it may look a little too much, but if you are my skin tone or darker than my skin tone, then this is going to be a perfect blush shade for you. And I love the formula. I love the formula. Just in case you want to do your own bridal makeup, just go for this particular blush and you will not regret it, because the formula is very long lasting, and I highly recommend. And the next one is this Flower Beauty Flower Pots blush, and this is in the shade Sweet Pea. It is a straight up mauvish pink shade, and the formula of these blushes are so good. They are not overly powdery, they blend beautifully, they do not emphasize any texture on my cheeks whatsoever. Wait, I have another shade of these blushes. Let me just quickly grab that one as well. So here is another one, and this is in the shade Wild Rose. This is more like a straight up pink blush, and this is a mauvish pink blush. So Sweet Pea is perfect if you are lighter than my skin tone, or if you are my skin tone. When I am a little bit darker, it does not really show up, but this one is a straight up pink blush. As I mentioned earlier, I just love the formula of these blushes. They are not overly powdery, they just melts onto my skin, and they are very long lasting at the same time. And I love the packaging. Look at this rose pattern. Isn't it so cute? I just love it. So yeah, these blushes are really good, and they also have an orange one. I haven't personally tried that one. I am going to pick it up pretty soon. But yeah, if you are lighter than my skin tone, go for the Sweet Pea blush, and if you like a pink blush, go for the Wild Rose one. The next one is again my favorite, and I'm talking about this L.A.Girl blush palette in the shade Island Hottie. Now it belongs to the orange or coral category. No, it's more on the orange category, and though it looks really orange on the pan, but it does not look that orange on my cheeks. In short, it just looks so beautiful, so flattering on my skin tone, and this is like my go-to blush. I wear this blush. There was a time when I used to be obsessed with this blush, and I used to only wear this blush every time. But now I have so many blushes, and I'm trying out so many blushes, so I do not wear it every day. But it doesn't change anything. I love the formula of these blushes. They are just so pretty. So what I do is I actually mix all those shades together and I apply it on my cheeks, and it looks so flattering on my skin tone. The formula is really smooth and buttery. It does not emphasize any texture, and the best thing is you are getting a good variety of shades. This one is a little bit bronzy one. This is more on the like, I would say, terracotta side, and these two are more on the coral and orange side. So you can mix and match and create your own custom shade. If you do not want that orangish hue on your cheeks, you can definitely mix and match. For me personally, all the shades work really well. I mix all of them together and I apply them on my cheeks, and it just looks beautiful. So yeah guys, that was it for today's video, and if you liked any of my recommendations, then please let me know in the comment section down below, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching it, and I hope this video was helpful for you. If you did, then please hit the like button and please subscribe to my channel. And if you are not following me on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, then please do follow me there. All the links will be given in the description bar down below, so please do check that out. So yes, see you soon in my next one. Till then, bye and take care.